Okay, good morning everyone. So let us once revise with the types of errors. After that, we'll proceed with today's class. So in types of error, you people have discussed that is absolute error, relative error, and percentage error. So what is this relative error? Relative error, how you are going to do it? Relative error is nothing but it is the difference. It is the difference between the given value and the true value. It is the difference between the given value and the true value, or you can say measured value and the true value. That difference is known as what? That is absolute error. So how you are going to write this absolute error? Suppose if we have the numbers like a1, a2, a3. Suppose we have numbers like a1, a2, a3. The board is clearly visible, or shall I take the camera still more front? So if we have, suppose if we have three numbers like a1, a2, a3, how to take the mean of these three numbers? Mean is taken as, that is, a mean is equal to a1 plus a2 plus a3 whole divided by 3. This is the mean value. Your absolute error is denoted by, it is mod of delta a. So this is your absolute error denoted by mod of absolute, that is mod of delta a. So the first term is written as mod of delta a1. The first term is written as mod of delta a1, which is equal to, absolute error is difference between the given value, that is the measured value, minus a mean. So whatever answer you will get, suppose if you get negative also, you are going to write it as positive because you have in a mod symbol. So this mod modulus indicates that the values are positive. Okay. So this is your absolute error of the first term. Then we will see the absolute error of the second term is given by mod of a2, delta a2 is equal to a2 minus a3. Okay. Then next it is written as mod of a3 is equal to a3 minus a mean. So this is how you are going to express absolute error. Okay. Suppose if you have the number like, suppose the calculated value, the calculated values are, to do it, area of the given room. Suppose whatever the length and breadth measurement is there, if you are getting, first one person will measure and he will, suppose he will get it as what? That is, suppose if you get it as, that is 10 meters square, and the second reading, suppose if it is 10.1 meter square, and the third reading, suppose if it is 10.5 meters square. So how you are going to do? You are going to take the mean of this. You are going to take the mean of the values of 10, 10.1, 10.5. So take the mean, divide it by 3. How many numbers are there? That many numbers. Okay. Suppose if you have 5 numbers here, then divided by 5. Take the mean of that. Then 10 minus whatever mean you will get. Then 10.1 minus whatever answer you will get. So like this, you will get 3 terms here. That is what? That is absolute error of individual number. That is the absolute error of individual number. Okay. So this is regarding the absolute error. Next, relative error. This relative error is what? It is the ratio. Relation. It is the ratio of two values. Ratio of which all values here? It is the ratio of, now here I'll take mean. Here you will get some answer. You will get some answer for this mod of a1, mod of a2, mod of a3. Whatever answer you will get here, that answer I'll take the mean. How you are going to take the mean? That is mod of a mean is equal to, that is mod of a1 plus mod of a2 plus mod of a3 divided by 3. Means whatever answer you will get here, take the mean of that, you will get mod of a mean. You will get it as mod of delta a mean. This is your absolute error mean. This is your absolute error mean. your relative error is the ratio of this absolute error mean. Absolute error mean is written as what? Delta mod delta A mean. This is your absolute error mean divided by what you will write? Divided by it is A mean. Divided by it is A mean. इधर जो भी आपका मीन आता है that mean divided by आपका पहले जो मीन आया था जो गिवन नंबर से उससे जो मीन आया है ना उसको डिवाइड करो. So if you take the ratio of this, then it is called as what? Relative error. Then it is called as relative error. Then the last one we have, that is percentage error. What is percentage error? Means relative error you are expressing in terms of percentage. मतलब आपको जो भी आंसर आता है, for example, suppose if you are getting the answer as what? Suppose if it is 40. So what you are going to do? You are going to write it as, that is multiplied by 100. So the answer you are going to express in terms of percentage, that is known as what? Percentage error. Camera is not off, it is on only. Mean of that. After taking mean, what you are going to do? The given number minus mean value. So you will get with respect to that 3 to 4 answers आएगा. That is your absolute error. Then relative error कैसे आता है आपको? Absolute error का जो individual values मिला है, that individual value, its mean. Take the mean of that. After taking mean, here the ratio of this absolute error mean and A mean is known as what? Relative error. If you multiply answer by 100, you will get it in terms of what? Percentage. So this is regarding absolute error, relative error and percentage error. Then the next concept we have, that is combination of errors. So this combination of errors, it will be little difficult for you. So concentrate properly. But the thing is, they will not ask you any questions based on this in your annual examination. So 90% there is no question based on this concept, but 10% possibilities are there. So concentrate properly. The next concept is, that is combination of errors. So we will continue. So next concept is, that is combination of errors. What is this combination of errors? So this combination of errors, till now you have seen only single numbers, right? So the suppose the terms are like A1, A2, A3, separate terms. That is your how to express the error you have studied. Now you have combination of errors. So in case of combination of errors, either it may be in the form of addition or subtraction or multiplication, or in the form of ratios or to the power. So in the power means 10 to the power 2. What is the error? How to express the error in this? If the answer is the given question is like 10 raised to 6, how to express it, how to find the error in this? So that we are going to discuss. That is our next concept called as what? Combination of error. So first here we have 3 rules for combination of errors. One is for addition and subtraction, same rule we have. Then we have next, that is multiplication. Then the last one we have for the powers. So we have 3 types of combination of errors. So the first one is for addition and subtraction, what you are going to do. So here first I'll write the statement. Based on the statement, I'll explain you the example. Okay. So first I'll write the statement. You can see this because statement is little difficult. So see, the rule 1 is, so rule 1 is, it is like when two physical quantity are added or subtracted. When two physical quantities are added or subtracted, here what happens? In the final result, is the sum means what? Addition. Is the SUM sum, okay? Sum of absolute errors in the individual quantity. The statement is big, so if you understand the example, you will understand the statement. But first you see, so the first one is rule 1, that is when two physical quantities are added or subtracted. You can take two physical quantities, like in general I'll take it as x, y. Suppose x and y are two physical quantities. They are added or subtracted. They are added or subtracted in the sense you can take it as x plus y, or you can take it as x minus y. Okay, so here what is the final result when two physical quantities are added or subtracted? See, when two physical quantities are added or subtracted, in the final result, so whatever addition or subtraction is there, this final result I'll take it as z. Okay, so that final answer you are representing it as z. Okay, is the sum of absolute error in the individual quantity. Is the sum of absolute error in the individual quantity. So this is the main term which you are going to understand. That is, see here, so they are added or subtracted. In the final result is the sum of. So what I can write here, x and y are two physical quantities. When they are added or subtracted, the final result I'll represent it as z. So this z is equal to what I'll write? This z is equal to, it is, what is the absolute error of x? So the absolute error of x is written as what? It is delta x. The absolute error of y, how you are going to write? The absolute error of y, you are going to write it as, that is delta y. X and y. Okay. So delta z is what? Error in your z value. So the final result I'll represent it as what? That is given by z plus delta z is equal to, z plus delta z is equal to, I'll write it as x plus delta x plus y plus delta y. So this is how we are representing a two physical quantity and its errors when it is added or subtracted. When it is added or subtracted, in this way we are going to write it. So what is that? Once again I'll repeat. I have two physical quantities, x and y. When they are added or subtracted, the result is, this is your result. The result is the sum of, you can see it is the sum of what? Individual absolute error. Sum of the individual absolute error. If you go according to the statement, the answer or the explanation will be clear to you. समझ में आ रहा है? X and Y आपका two physical quantities है. Delta x and delta y are what? It is your error. So when these two physical quantities are added or subtracted, when it is added or subtracted, आपका जो result है, the result is the sum of, you can see, the sum of absolute errors in the individual quantity. It is the sum of absolute error in the individual quantity. X का जो absolute error जो है वो delta x है. So it is the sum of what? Individual absolute error. Next, y का जो error है, that is delta y. So that is what? Sum of absolute errors in the individual quantity. Is it clear, everyone? Don't worry much about it. Just see how you are going to express the combination of errors. You will not get any sum based on this. But for your understanding, you can solve some examples. Shall I take one example and explain you? Then you may understand in a better way little. Okay. Only statement I'll erase. The explanation part I'll keep it as it is. Only statement I'll erase. See. Is it clear, everyone? Little, at least you people got the idea, no? Little. Okay. See, I have one sum for you. So that is. So the sum is like you have temperature of a body is measured. Temperature of two bodies are measured. So the two body temperatures they have T1 is equal to 20 plus or minus 20 plus or minus 0.5 degree Celsius. Okay, means 20 degree Celsius plus or minus 0.5 degree Celsius. And the second body temperature is it is T2 is equal to it is something like 50 plus or minus 0.5 degree Celsius. So you have body temperature, two bodies temperature. T1 is equal to 20 plus or minus 0.5. T2 is equal to 50 plus or minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. So what you need to calculate? You need to calculate the difference, temperature difference and error in the given quantity. How to calculate that? They asked you to calculate the difference, okay? So when difference comes, what you are going to write? The error delta T is equal to. Can anybody tell me difference means what you can take? डिफरेंस मतलब क्या लोगे अभी बोलो एरर डेल्टा टी इज इक्वल टू इट इज minus but what minus that is T2 minus T1 that is I'll write it as what T2 minus T1 I'll write so I'll substitute the value now what is T2 value it is 50 plus or minus 0.5 then minus it is 20 plus or minus 0.5 okay so now here whatever this value is there ये जो आपका प्लस और माइनस 0.5 प्लस और माइनस 0.5 है दैट इज व्हाट योर एरर मतलब उस थोड़ा ज्यादा भी हो सकता है थोड़ा कम भी हो सकता है यू कैन नॉट प्रेडिक्ट इट so 50 and 20 are the exact figure okay 50 and 20 are the exact figure whatever this plus or minus you are telling that may be more or that is maybe less here so how you can simplify this one you can write it as 50 minus 20 50 minus 20 what you will write 50 minus 20 is nothing but it is 30 so it is 30 degrees Celsius now what you have plus or minus 0.5 and here minus plus or minus 0.5 so here what I'll write in general I'll write it as plus or minus 1 degree Celsius 0.5 plus 0.5 it becomes 1 degree Celsius but what I am saying it is plus or minus means either it is 30 plus 1 or it is 30 minus 1 so this is how you are going to apply that is absolute error rule 1 is it clear now is it clear little मीन्स वो लोग जो भी प्लस और माइनस बोलते हैं ना दैट विल बी योर एरर वैल्यू वो एरर को आप ऐड करके कैसे लिखते हो प्लस और माइनस मतलब वो 31 डिग्री सेल्सियस भी हो सकता है 29 डिग्री सेल्सियस भी हो सकता है बिकॉज बॉडी टेम्परेचर ऑल्सो हाउ दे हैव गिवन सी 20 प्लस और माइनस 0.5 मतलब 20.5 भी रह सकता है 19.5 भी रह सकता है T2 इज 50 प्लस और माइनस 0.5 मतलब 50.5 भी रह सकता है 49.5 भी रह सकता है so how we are going to do according to your this thing absolute error you can write it as 30 degrees Celsius plus or minus 1 degree Celsius is it clear everyone You will not get any 5 marks question, 3 marks question on this. Just for your understanding, this concept is added. Okay, shall we go for the second rule? Second rule is there for division. It is simple. Division and power, whatever you have, that is simple compared to this. Okay, rule 2. We will go for rule 2 now. So, rule 2 is, here it is, same statement, that is when two physical quantities are multiplied or divided. When two physical quantities are multiplied or divided, the relative error in the result is the sum of relative error in the multipliers. So this is your second type of error here. That is again simple one. If you understood that this concept, which one? Relative error, absolute error definitions, no? Then it is easy for you to understand. See. See this. What they have given, when two physical quantities are multiplied or divided, the relative error in the result is the sum of relative error in the multipliers. You know how to express the relative error? Relative error is nothing but what? It is the ratio of mean. It is the ratio of mean values here. So the ratio of mean values are given by, one second. Error. So relative errors are represented as what? That is, it is the ratio of what? Delta A mean. That is absolute error mean divided by A mean here. So in the same way we are taking two physical quantities X and Y. Its error, I'll write it as, means whatever answer you will get, that is your Z. Three quantities we are taking X, Y, Z. Then error is represented as what? Delta X, delta Y, delta Z. Relative error, how you are writing? Relative error, you write it as what? Delta Z divided by Z. Correct? Mean I will not write. It is understood. It is the relative error. It is the ratio of delta X mean divided by X mean. So here delta Z mean divided by Z mean, which is equal to, see, when two physical quantities are multiplied or divided, the relative error in the result is the sum of relative error in the multiplier. Sum of what? Relative error in the multipliers. So what are your multipliers? X and Y are your multipliers here. So what I can write? It is nothing but relative error in the multipliers. So relative error of X is given by delta X by X plus relative error in the Y is given by what? Delta Y divided by Y. So here they have given, it is the sum of relative error in the multipliers. Is it simple, students? Is it simple? Correct है? समझ में आ रहा है? You can compare your statement and example. When two physical quantities are multiplied or divided, I have taken here division. So divided, the relative error in the result. So the relative error result is given by what? Delta X by X is the sum of relative error of, it is the sum of relative error of the individual multipliers. So that can be written as what? Delta X divided by X plus delta Y divided by Y. Is it clear, everyone? It is simple. डोंट मेक इट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, सिंपल वे में अंडरस्टैंड करते जाओ. समझ में आ रहा है? आर यू गेटिंग एवरीवन? ओके. Shall we go for the last one? Don't worry, you will not get any numericals based on this. Don't think that you're not understanding and all. Once you come to college physically, once again I'll convince you with this concept. It is little difficult to convince you through online. I hope you will understand this. Okay, I'll send the notes again and again. You just repeat it, you will understand. It is not that difficult. So the third rule is, so it is rule 3. So what we are going to write rule 3? Rule 3 is the relative error. The relative error in a physical quantity raised to the power k times the relative error in the individual see here, very simple again. Only the thing is you should understand what definition I have written. See, the relative error in the physical quantity. The relative error in the physical quantity is raised to the power k. So here I'll take a relative error quantity as what? That is a to the power k. This is, I'll write it as z is equal to. So what they have given? The number, the relative error in the physical quantity raised to the power k times the relative error in the individual quantity. Actually here they have given you what you should take. Answers दिया है उन्होंने. इसका definition नहीं दिया है. So what is that? I have a number which is raised to the power k. A is a number which is raised to the power k. Iska, whatever the relative error is there, that answer they have given. See, the relative error in a physical quantity raised to the power k times the relative error in the individual quantity. Iska matlab kya hai? I'll write and show you. See, so the relative error of z is written as what? That is delta z divided by z. Correct? This is your relative error, which is equal to, it is k times relative error in the individual quantity, that is delta A divided by A. Itna hi meaning hai uska. Suppose if you have a number like 2 to the power 5, then how you are going to express it? You are going to express it as what? That is delta 2 divided by 2 5 times multiplied by 5. Just this is example, like this it is not there, just I am giving you how it will be there. That is 2 raised to 5. Suppose you have 5 times relative error in 2. Understood? So this is your rule 3. Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear? All 3 rules of combination of errors. Little you may feel difficulty in understanding this. Little, if your English is good, no, it will be easy for you to understand.